Yes.
More life.
The great Shawn Young. Shawn, thanks, buddy.
Thank you,
Guys, I greatly
Good
appreciate
seeing
you guys.
Good seeing you,
Again,
always.
another
Always,
blessing.
always.
Thank you guys. Play a sack. Appreciate you guys.
Amen.
man.
And yes, we are back. Sports Take, JAKIB Sports YouTube Network. We're coming to you from just what an unbelievable day that we've had here at Jeff D'Ambrosio Auto Group. GoJeffAuto.com in Downingtown, right off of Lancaster Avenue. Just going to stop out because it is a perfect kind of day, and it's been a lot of fun thus far. We had Brent Selleck on a little bit earlier, but joining us, and by the way, huge assist and a huge thank you to our good friend Leslie Goodell, who has just been unbelievable. In addition to you making her get you cupcakes.
I didn't make her. I politely asked her.
What is this?
And she's such a good person.
And by the way, it's like 10 yards.
It's
It's like 10 yards from us.
That's not 10 yards. That's about a half mile to the food.
You should feel very bad about yourself.
Yes,
there.
you should.
I just
Derek.
asked her. She
Yeah.
could have said no. I
Barrett
said,
knows.
Leslie, would you please? See, I have manners.
Ah,
I asked her, please.
Just because you can and she's your
exactly.
friend
Doesn't mean you should. Exactly
I
right.
haven't seen her in like a year. That's
I know, and you asked me
we
to get you
reconnect.
cupcake.
All right. Once again, we upgrade the talent level on the set, and we are joined by my man, the ultimate, the Eagles super fan, the man himself, Shawn. What's up, Shawn
Hey,
Young?
Rob, how you doing today?
Brother, look at you. You are ready. You were ready. What time? What do we got? We got 1:41 on a Friday afternoon. The game is 8:20 on a
Correct.
Sunday,
Yes,
and
sir.
you are in mid-game form right now, my man.
I think the whole city, the whole tri-state area is in mid-season form right now. So this is going to be out of control, man.
Yeah.
This is going to be lit on Sunday.
How
night.
long have you been going to games? Number one.
I've had season tickets since '93.
Okay.
And the first game that I went in full gear,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even my idea, was the For Who For What game, September 3rd.
That was the first game you were in gear?
If I remember
Barrett's
correctly.
first
That was
game.
my first game. My
Yes,
first
sir.
game.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
That was the first game that I did it with the shoulder pads. I had the face paint in the jersey, going to my buddies, pick them up for the game. And his brother came to me and said, I got a pair of shoulder pads in the back shed if you want to throw them on. I'm like, nah, all right, what the heck? All right, let's do it. And I never looked back since. And the last game that I did it for a game was January 5th, 2020, when Carson got knocked out against Seattle. We didn't have a season 2020 because of COVID.
Right.
And then last season, I didn't do it at all last season, and I kind of retired it. And then when I look back, I didn't realize it was that long, but it was 25 years.
That's unbelievable,
Man.
But see, you said you're retired, but you're not really retired. So how many special appearances do you still make?
Quite a few.
See, not
Right,
retired.
right.
I mean, I was just down at 11th at Patterson this morning with
Okay.
the Good Day Philadelphia this morning. So I've been pretty good. And then I have another one next Saturday as well. So
Do you still do the full regale for the games again? No, you don't do that anymore. That's
No,
definitely done.
yeah, well, it is, but the Monday night game, I got a contact from the Jimmy Kimmel show on the Friday before the Monday night game against Minnesota, asking me if I would be willing to come out of retirement. They pleaded with me to come out of retirement to do a bit with them during tailgate with Guillermo.
Okay.
And I'm like, how do I say no to that? So
Yeah.
yeah. So all of a sudden, I'm there, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're back!" And I'm like, "No, it's just
Special events.
yeah." So it's been mayhem since.
So what will the Sunday night be? What are we doing? We're not sure yet.
No, I'm going incognito. I'm going.
Okay.
Just me.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
go incognito.
Well,
Yeah, you act like
Well.
nobody's gonna know who you are. So makeup or not, I've been in
Exactly. Sean's a rock
Marshalls,
star.
Walmart
Yes.
and seeing. I was actually up at Home Depot and I saw him and I knew exactly who he was. He would come in, Barrett. I'm like, Sean, what's up? Like, how'd you know it was me? I'm like, what do you mean? What are you talking
Yeah, you
about?
can't go incognito
No,
anymore.
man.
I guess I still, even after all this time, I'm still surprised when people do recognize me. But I guess it's the silly thing about it is it's not like I'm wearing a mask. All it is face paint. So
Yeah.
it's not like it's hiding my facial
Right.
features.
But I will
So-
say though, like the networks know where you are. Like
At
every
all
time
times,
there's
yeah.
an open to a game or a big moment, they find you.
yeah.
They do.
I've been pretty lucky and pretty blessed with that stuff. Now I don't look. I've never looked for that stuff. I just there, and I guess once the media caught on to it early on when I started doing it, having some fun, it just kind of blew up. And if the camera came to me, I'll give you the best I got.
Mhm.
But I'm not going to go looking for you or anything. I just never did it, and I've never showed up at places just to show up or anything. If I'm invited to go somewhere, I do it. I've said to people over and over again, and I'll say until I'm blue in the face. Well, green in the face. I'm not going to blue this weekend. But
Green and white in the face.
Don't say blue.
Yeah.
If the fan base and the community and anywhere I've gone all over the country and even in the London, whatever, if the people did not allow me to do what I've been doing and have fun with it, I wouldn't have lasted one season in the last 25.
Right.
There's just no way.
Yeah.
Because I've heard the backlash here and there and stuff, and it is what it is. I just take you off my Christmas card list. No big deal.
See,
But,
Derek,
Is that why I don't get a
that's
card
it,
anymore?
man. He knows. Yeah.
So, but it's, I've been very, very lucky and very blessed with the opportunities, and I'm so thankful and so appreciative of everything that comes my way. I mean, including this. This is fun.
Perfect day.
It's
right.
Oh gosh,
this
you
is what
kidding
it's
me?
all about.
Yeah,
If you can't get excited for your teams, especially when they're doing well,
Exactly.
why be a fan? Allow yourself that.
Right.
The other thing I think people get caught up in sometimes, and I get it, like the Eagles legitimately have Super Bowl aspirations. You should.
Right.
But smell the roses, man. Enjoy each game.
Right.
Have fun each week.
But see, this is not just a fan, not just a super fan. This is a Hall of Fame
That's correct.
super
That's
fan.
not even an exaggeration.
And you
Fact.
you talk about all the blessings that you've encountered over 25 years. That's got to be at the top to know that you're a Hall of Fame super fan.
Yeah, tell people about that whole
Yeah.
experience,
Well,
Sean.
technically, it's not. What the acronym is PFUFA. It's Pro Football's Ultimate Fan Association.
Yeah.
But we do have our reunion every Hall of Fame weekend.
Yes.
We have a couple floats that are in the parade, in the Timken Hall of Fame parade. We do a lot of charity events out there. There's a boys and girls rec center called the JAKIB Stern Rec Center that's out there in Canton, Ohio. That's for basically for very less fortunate families and stuff. And we go out there as all the members of all the teams throughout the NFL, and we donate about 350 backpacks full of school items.
Wow.
We buy bikes, we buy skateboards, we buy scooters, all kinds of stuff, and bring it out there. We raffle stuff off for free to the kids. It just gets picked and everything. And this allows these families to be able to get gifts from us, and not have to worry about spending money when school's coming up on school items, anything like that, where they can actually spend their money on gas, on their food bills, on their, whatever it may be, the stuff that's more pertinent to their families and stuff. And the emotion that comes out of these families, the kids, the joy that comes from these kids, some of them just literally break down, the families, and it's unbelievable. And we donate a fairly large sum of money at the end of the year to the rec center, which they've been able to use to renovate these rec centers, new gym floors, update the fitness equipment and stuff, paint the walls, whatever, everything, sports equipment for the kids and stuff.
Great.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's very cool.
The question I'm going to ask you now, I'm going to exclude the 2017 season because that's too easy. In all the years that you've been a loyal Eagles fan, give me one or two memories that just jump out at you, a game scenario that just jumps out at you.
Well, the irony, one of which is with our opponent coming up now in 1995, the 4th and 1.
Okay.
I mean, that place was, it was unbelievably
Stop
cold.
them again. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I tell you, when they stopped the play and everything, they said this was the 2-minute.
Oh, that was the worst.
I'm like, you're just setting this up for disaster now. This is what this is just this is fictional now at this point. And when they ran the same exact play, and then obviously being in the stands, we didn't hear Merle doing his call, but when you hear, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about that call now.
Yeah.
You hear it in my head and stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh! But that place was out of control. I mean, it was just awful.
That was as loud. I was there. It was the vet back then, but
Yeah.
it was as loud as I can remember for a
Right,
regular
right.
season game for sure.
And I guess the other one was probably the NFC Championship game of 05, the 04 season 05.
Atlanta.
I mean, again, it was unbelievably bitter cold, and I remember specifically for the last 7 or 8 minutes, I was standing next to Josh Perry's brother and his wife, I think, down right at the rail in the corner of the end zone. There, stood next to them for the entire last 6, 7, 8 minutes of that game. And you could have told me it was 80 degrees, and I would have believed you because it was just, I mean, like nobody sat down. It was just, and the emotion between Josh and his brother when Josh came running over to the thing and stepped on a podium.
Former Eagle for people who may not
Exactly,
remember.
and gave his brother a hug, being what his brother going through with the amputation of his foot and everything.
Right.
That emotion there and stuff. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps. Like, this stuff is just insane, man. I mean, that was an unbelievable moment as well.
The thing that set the tone for the 05 game was the volume of snow that
Oh
came
God,
down.
the day
And the
before,
volunteers.
The people that volunteered that came in to help clear the stadium out and get it ready for
The
the
one
game.
guy lost fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, if at a frostbite, so
yeah,
that lost fingers, and it was the perfect football weather for the East Coast.
Right.
I remember people didn't stop the tailgaters. Tailgaters were in full regalia that day.
Nothing.
Stadium was packed. Nothing was going to keep Eagles, and they were telling me, "Please stay off the streets. Do this, do that." And you can't stop
Good
Eagles
luck.
fans.
Good luck with that. Yeah. No chance. No, you're right, Derek. I mean, but that's the thing that's genuine, Sean, with you. You can hear it. Like, like some guy, it's easy to just throw on a jersey and be like, let's go Eagles. Like, I get it with you, man.
Right.
Like, you can feel it. You bleed it. I mean, literally.
I do, because I love this city so much. I love this fan base. I mean, look, there are other fan bases that are unbelievably passionate and stuff, and they travel well. Green Bay, Pittsburgh. I get it. But we do it a different way. We don't just travel. We literally bring our homes with us when we travel. We bring our grandparents, we bring our parents, we bring our kid. You know, it's just everything engulfed into it, and all the emotion just comes out. And it's, I mean, I was just in Arizona, and I'm telling you, it had to be close to 50-50 in that stadium.
Yeah.
Domination.
I mean, it was unbelievably loud. And I took a video of the final play, which I did the same thing with the Super Bowl. Thank God, you know, give me the bright bulb of that to do that. But it just to be able to showcase the crowd, you know, in the stands, and it was, I'm telling you, it was insane. And just I was telling people before today that the introduction of our team coming out of the tunnel before the game started, our cheers were substantially louder than their boos. When their team came out, our boos were substantially louder than their cheers.
Yeah.
Except for when Ertz came out, then the whole place just went nuts.
That's cool.
So it was mutual respect with that and everything. But it just tells you how insane it was out there for our fan base. It was just unbelievable.
How many road games do you do per year? Does it change every year?
Yeah, the most I've ever done in 1 year was 15 or 15 games out of 16. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you did 15 out of 16 games?
Yeah, 1 year. This year I did Arizona, and then I'm doing Indianapolis next month. After I do Indy, I'll have 4 stadiums left that I need to hit, or 4 teams, because I've done like both of Dallas. I've done both Dallas, both New York, both Washington. I've been to Green Bay 3 times, Seattle 3 times. But I still have to do the Rams. I still have to do Denver.
Raiders.
Still have to do. No, I did Raiders in Vegas. I didn't get.
Oh, you did?
I did. Yeah.
Oh,
I went to
okay.
Vegas. That game was terrible. I don't want to talk about that, but the Vegas is always fun.
Derek Carr was like 91%.
It was insane.
Yeah, that wasn't.
So I got Rams, Denver, the Patriots, and Minnesota. Now the irony about Minnesota I was in their stadium for the ultimate. You know, obviously the Super Bowl.
No doubt.
That was out of control too. But so those are the 4 teams I'll have left after I do Indianapolis next month.
How long does it take to do the paint, the whole? If you just going from scratch, how long does it typically take you?
Less than a half hour to do everything.
You're that fast with it now.
Well, it's like getting dressed for work. I mean, I've done it so long. I mean, I could probably get dressed in this full gear than most people do for work. To be honest with you.
See, I was going to ask you, do you do your makeup yourself, or you have somebody, a professional do it?
No, that's kids work right there. That's just
kids work.
That's just a straight line of going right and left. That's all that is. So, yeah.
I'd see.
You are a true artiste.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he taped his pads, you know, because my boy Bill Romanowski he used to tape his pads after every practice. Usually he's taping for games. He used to tape his pads in practice. That's how crazy.
Rome had a couple screws loose.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Me.
Now, why do you choose BG? Why is Brandon Graham your jersey?
Well,
do you change it up?
I wear a lot of different jerseys over the years and everything, and I have for years, but like back in the day, it was mostly Dawkins, and then Trotter was a big one as well. BG, I became friendly with him when his rookie year in 2010. We hit it off pretty well and stuff, and exchanged information, and he's just been a great guy ever since. And you know, like anytime I get information from these guys, I don't beat their cells up or whatever. They'll just random BS, texts. It's like happy birthday, Merry Christmas, stuff like that, and everything.
I can attest to that. I got it right here.
Yeah, so that's all I'll do it. You know what I mean? But we hit it off in his rookie year, and he's been a great guy ever since. And this was actually his salute to service practice jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually have his. I have Chris Long's, and then this year I got Hassan Reddick's and Landon Dickerson's Eagles autism practice jerseys this year. So yeah,
Very cool.
I mean, it's sometimes it costs you a little bit of money, but it's going to a good cause and stuff, and it's all well worth it and everything. So
through the years, how many jerseys do you have hung on your wall?
Well, hanging on the wall, probably only 5 or 6 right now, but I have 3 more that I need to get framed. One of which was the Dawkins one that was like unbelievably personalized by Dawkins with this very special message.
Yep.
And then I was able to get a team official jersey of Cedric Thornton and Benny Logan at the last draft party.
Okay.
And I contacted both of them, and they were like, dude, absolutely send them to us. So I sent them to each one. They mailed them back, personalized it. So I'm going to get both of those signed. So I'll probably have, I think at that point I'll have 8 hung up, but I have about 60 some total in the closet.
60
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like yeah.
I'm going to have to get storage at this point.
Yeah,
you,
pretty
man.
close. Yeah.
Rent a storage
and
unit.
I've had a ton of memorabilia over the years, but with life transitions and stuff and having to downsize a little bit, I gave a lot of my stuff away to like charitable stuff or to young kids and
friends,
a lot of stuff, everything. Yeah. So I still have a good bit, but I kept the stuff that was more pertinent, more personal to me, but gave a lot of the other stuff away to people and stuff that I thought would, that would enjoy it and get some good use out of.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
I noticed you got the ring too.
Yeah. This was crazy. This was gifted to me by a group of people down at the stadium. At the first preseason game after the Super Bowl.
Okay.
in March right at the Super Bowl, a gentleman came up to me and asked me if I thought I would get a ring. And I'm like, well, no, I'm not going to get. Well, he's like, well, dude, he's like, everybody knows you. You've done so much, blah blah blah. I said, yeah, but I don't work for the team. I don't do anything like that. I said, no, I'm not. Well, give me your intangibles. The size. What would you want? I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Come August, he and 2 women came up to me and said, welcome back, Super Bowl champs. And he handed me this little box. He said, check this out. Open up. I'm like, whoa, that's sweet. That's nice. He's like, try it on. I'm like, all right. So a couple different fingers, put it on, put it back in the box, hand it back to him. They started laughing at me. And I'm like, they're like, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm giving you the ring back. He's like, Shawn, did you look at the stinking ring?
The inscription?
Yeah. I didn't realize they put my name on the other side of it.
Oh my God.
All of a sudden my hand started going like this here. I'm like, wait a minute,
wow.
I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, remember back in March when I had asked you if you thought you would get something? He's like, well, I listened to what you told me about everything. And I'm like, and he's like, just to give you a heads up, there was 14 of us that got together, that chipped in for this. We upgraded it to make sure we got you the one with the, the diamonds and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I said, you guys are out of hand.
That's cool.
And
that's family.
It's unbelievable.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
Good dude, man.
So how often do you wear it? How often will you wear it publicly?
I wear it all the time.
Do you really?
I literally wear it every day.
Because some guys are like, I'm not going to wear this. Afraid to wear it out in public.
No. I wear it every day, and a lot of times people, it's all obviously a conversation piece with work and where I go and stuff. Right. And people are like, do you mind if I take a look at it? I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. Oh, you don't have to take it off.
I saw people doing it today.
Yeah.
We're
I'm like, you don't have to take it off. Is it heavy? Well, here.
Yeah.
People get nervous at things. Stuff. So, but I mean, I'm not gonna. Somebody was willing to do that for me. It's something at least I could do is let you enjoy it and take pictures with it yourself with the kids or whatever like that. So it's
great. Good for
crazy.
you. All right,
Awesome
we need an Eagles chant on the way out. You got one in you, man?
Oh, I got you.
Let's do it.
Do you want this microphone here, or do you want me to move it? Because you won't.
What do you think? What do you think, Connor?
I think I've heard him do it.
All right, we should move it.
I've heard him do it like 20 years.
All right, let's do it. Here we go.
EAGLES Eagles.
Yes.
For life.
The great Shawn Young. Shawn, thanks, buddy.
Thank you,
guys. I greatly
Good
appreciate
seeing
you
you,
guys.
Good seeing you
Again,
always.
another
Always
blessing. Thank you. You guys are class act. Appreciate you guys.
My man. All right, let's get a timeout. There's nothing else to say after that. That's where you drop the mic.
Can we go?
That's where you go to a timeout after that. That was flat out amazing. All right, so we'll get a quick timeout here. We'll come back. We'll keep rolling with the Eagles, the Cowboys, talk course, Phillies, first playoff game back here in Philadelphia Gunners since October 7th, 2011.
That place gonna be rocking today.
It's going to be on fire, and I will give you my my Cowboys hatred list.
You've been telling. I want to hear this list.
I promise.
I've been trying to cheat and look at your list.
I know. Don't be copying.
Okay. All right.
All right. So we'll do that, and we'll get into all the big games this weekend too, and our rankings, our power rankings for the NFL. All of that is in store. And by the way, just a reminder to everybody, these unbelievable Jeeps that are behind us, man. That's Counts Customs Camp Freedom Edition.
Wow.
Jeep Gladiators. All the proceeds from this raffle, and you can win one of these through a raffle, will help Camp Freedom fulfill its mission of healing heroes with outdoor adventures. The camp serves veterans, first responders, their family members, and Gold Star families. All right. So you can buy 1 ticket for $100, 3 tickets for $250, 5 tickets, $400, 7 tickets for $550. The winner will be announced Christmas Day. Jeff D'Ambrosio, of course, has long supported the veteran and first responder community, as well as local schools. In fact, he's donated $250,000 to 10 schools in the area just this past year. So get on out here and get your raffle tickets, and you could be driving home in one of these bad boys. How about that for a Christmas present? That is not bad for sure. All right, we'll come back. We'll keep it rolling. Barrett, Derek, Rob, we are Sports Take, JAKIB Sports YouTube Network.